Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel, and if you're new here, welcome. We are doing a really fun introductory video to scrapbooking if you're new to it or you want to try it in 2025. I'm really excited to share this with you today because I have been scrapbooking for, I don't know, maybe 10 years now, and I dabbled in it as a teenager as well. And I do all kinds of scrapbooking and project life, happy mail, mini albums, all sorts of things. I've dabbled in almost all of it. Traveler's notebook, Bible journaling, lots of things that I've tried out over the years. So I'm excited to bring this video to you today because we have 3 different simple ways of scrapbooking if you're new to scrapbooking or if you just want a little bit of a refresher and you want to get maybe back into it in 2025, then this video is for you. Or if you're seasoned to scrapbooking, you'll still enjoy these 3 scrapbook layouts in this process video. So I'm going to show 3 different techniques. For a little bit of background, I do 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layouts. I do throw in a few 12 by 12 layouts in my scrapbooking album, but the ones that I'm going to show you today are 8.5 by 11, but you can take these techniques into 12 by 12 scrapbooking as well, or scrap lift these in different ways if you do traveler's notebook or a different size or whatever. Let's get right into it. And if you're new around here, please subscribe because I post content every single week, and I have been posting for 9 years now, so there's tons of content up on my YouTube channel. I also have a Patreon, I have a Sequin Mix shop, Sequin Mix subscription, I do classes, so all of that will be linked down below. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoy this video and you enjoy my other videos, so let's get into it. All right, so the collections we are working with here are a variety of American crafts collections. I have some ephemera, I have some stickers, I have some chipboard, just a lot of stuff I'm trying to use up, so there's not really much left from each of them, but my first tip to you is to gather your supplies, and if you're someone like me who has a lot of supplies, maybe whittle it down to just a few things so you're not overwhelmed. But if, of course, if you're a new scrapbooker, then you might not have much. But get your little pile together, something that has dimension, so maybe chipboard or foam or something like that, or you can use foam to add dimension. And then you can also use stickers or ephemera like I am here. So, I am going to show you my first technique, which is layers, and this is the most me kind of design. This is the most classic to me. Like if you've watched my videos for a long time, this very much looks like a Rachel kind of layout, and this is my go-to technique. And it's basically just surrounding your photo with different layers, such as doilies, tabs, tags, obviously pattern paper, different things like that. So that's what I'm doing today. I love my doilies. If you know my videos, you know I use a doily on basically every single scrapbook layout. And so we're just going to add a variety of layers here. And since we're talking about people who are new to scrapbooking, I thought I would share a little bit about how I got into scrapbooking and how, more importantly, how I developed my style. So when I was a teenager, I made a scrapbook for a friend, and I made a scrapbook for my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband. But I grew up watching my mom scrapbook because she made scrapbooks for both of my brothers and I of our childhood, much simpler than the scrapbooks of today, and just like the highlights of our childhood. We don't have like that many childhood pictures as well like we do today with our phones, but I watched my mom's scrapbook growing up, loved that, love like stationery and stickers and things like that. And then, so as a teenager, I made a scrapbook for a friend. I made a scrapbook for Andy, my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time. And then when I was about 19 years old, 19, 20 years old, I really got into it. And my friend introduced me to like American crafts and online shops, and then that's when I got into watching YouTube videos, and it just kind of like spiraled from there. Really became an addiction in a good way, a good hobby, a good positive hobby. And then when I was 20, I believe was when I was 20 or maybe 21, I started a YouTube channel. Actually, it was the day before my 21st birthday, I think. I started a YouTube channel, and it kind of just took off from there. And since then, so I started with traditional scrapbooking, but I've gone into project life. Like I said in the intro, I've dabbled in traveler's notebooks. I've tried out Bible journaling. I've tried out, I love doing mini albums now. I'm kind of in a mini album phase of life. I do December daily and 6x8 albums. All of my travels are documented in their own special albums. So I love to document all of my day-to-day memories and all of my travel memories. We do a lot of traveling, so we love to document, or I love to document that as well. We love taking pictures. So to have these, like, my husband and I, especially like when we first got married, something very special to us was to like make memories and have special moments. Like moments and memories and like those kind of things are just so special to us, which I know sounds silly. Like, yeah, it's special to everyone, but like we very much cherish moments and making memories over like buying things or having a big house or having a fancy car. Like those things are not important to us. We have a very modest house, simple house. Actually, I have a craft room tour. We just did renovations if you want to see that. But our house is not huge by any means. We don't have kids. We just have two cats, not just, but we have two cats that make us very happy. So we live a pretty simple life, and we're able to do little things like customize our house because we have a small house, but we're able to customize it because we spent a lot less on a house than what most people spend. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit about me. If you're new to my channel, that's a little bit about me and how I got into scrapbooking and paper crafting. Now, if you're new to the paper crafting world, wait till you get into Happy Mail and pen pals. That is just so joyful. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel about Happy Mail swaps and all that. Soon we are doing the Secret Cupid swap on Valentine's Day, which is my favorite swap we do every single year. It's so fun. So anyway, that's my little intro to that. After I discovered YouTube videos of like paper crafting, I got like very, very quickly, because a friend introduced me to Happy Mail swaps, and I just became obsessed with that too. So was very big into that in like the late 2010s. And then when COVID happened and like actually during the first pandemic year, was really heavy into doing swaps because we were all at home and stuff. But then after that, like mail prices went up a lot and stuff, so it became a little bit more tricky. But still do lots of swaps, and I love it so much. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my layout a little bit here, and then I'll talk a little bit more about my personal paper crafting journey. But you can see that I've tried to add lots of fun layers to my background and to my photos. I put my photo up on foam to give it some dimension so it didn't all look flat. And for me, I don't think there are rules in scrapbooking, so I kind of have two titles here: Seek Sunshine, You and Me. I don't know, there's not really a particular title. Some people are very particular about their titles, but that's not something that like I hang on to. But here's a close-up. I did some little paint splatters, added some gems, and I love the way this looked. Just a little bit of journaling, and I'm so obsessed with this layout. It makes me so happy. Here we are doing two photos. Oh, and my photos are 3 by 4 inches in size, and then I map my photos with some white paper. So today for this layout, we're doing another white background, and we're doing a grid style layout. So this is idea number 2 for another kind of style of layout. And I love doing this when I first buy a collection of paper products because it really just gets me to dive into that collection. Today I'm not using a new collection, I'm just using my stash, but it does like just help you showcase all of the beautiful pieces in that collection. So grid style layout is where basically is like a grid and you have different photos or embellishments side by side like this in some sort of grid fashion. This one I did a little bit more crowded than I've done them in the past, but I think it's more because I had 2 photos in this one, so it's a little bit more full, but I love the way this layout turns out, and this is such an easy way to go because you're really just placing photos down, or like ephemera or photos down side by side. There, you don't have to think so much about layering or anything like that. I did some sewing on some of these pieces to give it a little bit more texture. You don't have to do that, but I do like the texture it brings. And I'm also going to put these, some of these up on foam. So I'm going to put my photos up on foam so that they stand out more. And then I think the tags, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was both of the tags I put up on foam as well, just again to have a little bit of shadowing there and so that they'll stand out a little bit more. This foam you can just get from Michael's, the dollar store. It's nothing fancy. I live in Canada, so we don't have a lot of craft stores nearby, but Michael's I think has foam or whatever. There's options, Walmart. Actually, this foam might be from Walmart now that I think about it. But yeah, so a little bit back to a little bit more about me. I now run a sequin mix shop. I dabbled a little bit in selling sequins on Instagram a number of years ago. Maybe, I don't even remember what year it was, maybe 2020 or 21 or so. And that went really well. So I decided to make my own shop. So I do have a shop, racheltallman.com, just my name. And I also have a sequin mix subscription. So every month you get 3 new sequin mixes to your door. And that's been so much fun. So you can sign up down below if you are interested. There's no commitment. You can cancel at any time. There's no penalties for canceling or anything like that. We're super flexible around here. And if you want to just shop my sequin mixes or other products I have in my shop, I've dabbled in sequin bookmarks, and I also have some new products coming to my shop in the next week or so. I have a Valentine's launch that's coming in the next week or so. I don't want to spoil everything, so I'll just tell you that there is more coming soon, and you can use code YouTube20 for 20% off. That'll get you a discount off anything on the website except for the subscription because that's already at a discount. So that is my pride and joy. I love my shop and my sequin mixes, and it's just one of the funnest things I get to do. So so that's a little bit more about me. I do online classes with my friend Fleur. We do them every couple months. Our most popular one is our Halloween class. We call it Boo Camp, a play on words to be like a boot camp, but it's Halloween, so Boo Camp. It's very popular every year. So that's a really fun one for us. We have a few of our classes online that you can buy as an ebook, and you get access to the videos that we made for those classes. And right now we are in February doing a Valentine's class, a Galentine's class. So that's been really fun as well. So that's a little bit about me. I hope I'm not missing anything. I've been on lots of design teams in the past, and that's been fun. But yeah, back to the layout here, just kind of adding a little title. It doesn't really have anything to do with the photo. We had just gone to Dairy Queen, so it's nothing crazy. These are some summer photos. I'm a couple years behind in my scrapbooking, which might sound crazy to some people to be so behind and not be like documenting current, but that does not bother me at all. Some people scrapbook whatever photos, not in order. They'll find a photo from 10 years ago, find a photo from 2 years ago, find a photo from their last vacation, find a photo from their honeymoon, find a photo from their childhood, and just scrapbook whatever. And it's more of like the creative process that's important to them. I scrapbook chronologically, but I am really behind. And again, that doesn't bother me at all. These are probably, I don't know, I have it documented, but I think these are maybe from 2022. So doesn't bother me at all. I will probably forever be behind because I'm constantly taking pictures every single day. And I'm totally okay with that. So, what else is there about me? I live in Canada. I work with people with intellectual disabilities, with special needs. I actually left that job, I don't know. At one point, paper crafting was my side hustle, but now I see it more as my main job. And I worked in group homes and in day programs for people with special needs, and that was my main source of income. And then I started my Patreon. That's another thing. I do have a Patreon. So if you like videos like this, I post these long form, in-depth videos on Patreon, and I go live on Patreon. So if that's something you want to do, there is a 7-day free trial over there with a link down below. So there's this layout. I love how it turned out. I think it's so fun. Again, I used this spray to do some paint splatters, and I think that layout turned out really fun. So there's another option. So option number 3 is just, I call this sticker crazy. This is a great way to use up stickers if you have a lot of stickers. And so I found this rainbow-ish paper, and I'm going to cut it to size 8.5 by 11. And we're just going to go crazy with the stickers. You can see I'm kind of cutting it off on both sides because I wanted it to, like, the one side looked brush strokey and I wanted it to be more solid, like a solid rainbow instead of looking like brush strokes. So anyway, this is the paper I'm using here, and we're just going to use up stickers and place them along the right hand side in kind of rainbow-ish order to follow the paper. And this is a great technique to, first of all, it's really easy. You don't really have to think about it. And second of all, it uses up tons of stickers that sometimes can be really tricky to use. And I love that because I hate having sticker sheets just sitting in my stash that have like 2 stickers left, and it drives me a little bit nuts because I just want to get them out of my stash, get them used up. Actually, my friend Cheryl and I used to do empties videos where we'd share all of the things we used up in that quarter. I think I'm going to start doing those on Instagram because it's just so satisfying to use things up. And I love that. So I am not a hoarder of products most of the time. So that's exciting for me. This is a great way to use these things up, and especially those hard to use pieces as well. So we're just going to put some stickers down, some chipboard. You might see me stapling a lot here and there. That's because sometimes if you have things left in your stash too long, the adhesive does not stay anymore. So I use a stapler to make sure it's really secure. Obviously, you can use an adhesive like a tape runner, glue, like glue stick, hot glue, lots of different options. If you want a video on like the must-have tools for scrapbooking or paper crafting or Happy Mail, let me know. I'd love to make a video like that. I think that would be really fun. Anyway, back to kind of what I was talking about before with Patreon. That's something I've been doing for a number of years now, was also a little bit of a catalyst to help me be able to quit my job. But I do still work with people with disabilities, and it brings me such joy. I would never stop doing that because it really gives me purpose and how, like, a way to contribute to society and like to these families that I work with. It's just such a special job. Like, I don't see myself ever leaving that. I get to make my own schedule, and I love the clients that I work with. They're all so special to me, and I feel really grateful that I'm able to do this job. I'm able to make my own schedule. It's a very low stress, and I connect really well with the people I support and their families. So that's what I do kind of day to day in a sense. I don't do it every day, but that's kind of the other half of me, and my creativity and my paper crafting is the other half of me. So as I was saying earlier, I also have a Patreon where I do longer form videos like this and go live and stuff like that. And we have a community there that I really, really love. You can find all of my more recent December daily videos there. And it's just a fun space to be in. We talk about if there's new collections coming out. And yeah, it's something I really love to do, and it's top priority over YouTube. Sorry, I hope that doesn't offend anybody. But if I'm going through like a stressful season of life or overwhelming season of life in December, I had to support some of my clients a little bit more extra than usual and spend more time in that department. So I was able to still do YouTube videos for the most part, but Patreon will always be my priority. If I can only film a certain number of videos, it'll mostly be Patreon, or it'll not mostly be, but it'll be first in my line of priority. So that is that. I post every Saturday morning, and like I said, they're more long form videos, so anywhere from 20 minutes to 40 minutes, whereas YouTube is often anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. This video I'm doing today is a special video because it's kind of an intro to scrapbooking, so it's a little bit more of something special. But yeah, so there's many different platforms you can find me on. Instagram and Pinterest and all of that. So I do lots of fun Instagram reels as well, if you like those short form videos. Some inspirational, some more educational, some more that are just funny. So anyway, enough talking about myself, but there wasn't really too much to explain in this one. I just kind of went sticker crazy and had fun putting all these stickers down. This is a photo of some books I read at that time. Something else about me is I am a huge reader. I love reading. On my personal Instagram, I post a lot about reading, and I love to read books, share about books, talk about books. And I mean, I only read like 40 books a year for, like, I don't know, if you go on Book Talk and stuff like that, that's not a lot of books, but for me, that's a lot of books. I'm a really slow reader, but I love books. I love talking about books. In some of my longer Patreon videos, I often talk about books and reading, because if it's a 40-minute voiceover, I sometimes run out of things to talk about. So I often will talk about books and what I'm reading. So yeah, that's a bit about me and my life. I hope this video was helpful to show you 3 different techniques of scrapbooking. So we had the layers, we had the grid style layout, and now we have sticker crazy, which is one. These are 3 of my favorite techniques to use. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you're notified when I post my next video. But I do have 9 or so years worth of content if you want to go rewatch some of my old videos to get a little bit of inspiration if you are newer to scrapbooking. I love watching my fellow paper crafting YouTubers and getting inspiration from them. But hopefully this video was helpful for you. I'm just going to do a little drawn outline. I just felt like it needed, I don't know, to be caged in or something. It needed to all be contained, all of these stickers. But I went pretty simple on the title. I went pretty simple on the layering. I believe I do a little bit of journaling here. Yeah, I just felt like it needed something below. But otherwise, overall, this is a pretty simple and straightforward layout, just filling in all those little spaces. It doesn't have to be perfect with the stickers and rainbows. Obviously, as you can see, that it's not perfect, but filled in as much of those little spaces as I could. And gonna do some black paint splatters, kind of something else I always do. And here's a little close-up. Thank you all so much for being here and watching. If you're new or if you're not, I love you all. Thank you for being here and hope you have a great day. Bye!